Welcome and thank you for tuning in to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. It's another great day in Cleveland, and here's what's happening. The highly anticipated 2021 NFL Draft begins April 29th in downtown Cleveland, and the construction for the main stage is underway.
Today is a great day. Today we are showcasing the start of the construction of the main event stage that 3 weeks from tomorrow will be the focus all over the world. This event is seen in 55 million households around the world, and we'll be showcasing Cleveland during that time. This construction has been, or this process has been 4 years in the making. So it's a really exciting day for us to see the stage starting to be erected. I don't know all of the technicalities. You've hopefully all seen the renderings that have been out. I know it's 90 feet tall. Not sure about the width, but it's a massive structure. There's a big back of the house. There'll be VIP hospitality for the NFL's, VIPs. You'll have a green room for the prospects that will be here. Obviously, all built with social distancing in mind, so it won't look like prior drafts. But they're taking all that into account as they do the build out.
The Greater Cleveland Sports Commission put the bid in for the draft 4 years ago and won. Since then, they've been planning and fundraising for this huge weekend.
So as the local organizing committee, we raised between $4 and $5 million to cover the community's obligations for the event.
If you're interested in participating in any of the NFL draft festivities, don't wait. Get your passes now.
As of right now, you can go ahead and go on NFL.com/draft. And you can download the NFL One Pass app, and you can go ahead and reserve a spot today. So that would be for the NFL Draft fan experience, which will encompass everything from First Energy Stadium all the way to the Rock Hall. It doesn't necessarily provide you views of the draft stage, but all of the draft activities that'll be happening with it. There will be opportunities to get on the field at First Energy Stadium. There will be all kinds of activations. It's a theme park, essentially. For those of you that remember the MLB All-Star Game in Playball Park, envision that, but on this campus, and obviously football related.
The West Side Market wants you to know that they are open and are waiting for you to stop in to do some local food shopping, as long as you adhere to their COVID safety guidelines. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the way we live our lives. Throughout this entire year of challenges, the West Side Market has remained open, taking steps to provide Clevelanders a convenient yet safe place to shop. We visited with some of the market's vendors to find out what you can expect when you head to this beloved local landmark.
We sell fresh cattle and fresh pork every day that we're open. So my husband purchased this stand actually 26 years ago, February 1st. And he was single at the time and wanted to have his own business. He has been working in the market 42 years as we speak, and wanted to have his own and decided to buy it off of a gentleman who went to be a fireman, and that's where the gym name comes from. The top sellers that that we sell, I have sold straight cattle, like the whole cattle. I've sold sides of beef, I've sold hindquarters, and then I sell various packages. Pre-COVID, I started delivering in my community, which is North Ridgeville, and I did that because we lost a son, and I wanted to give back to the people in that neighborhood. And then all of a sudden, COVID took off, and my deliveries are phenomenal. Actually, if it's not busy in the market, all I have to do is make a couple phone calls, and we try to sell out every single day, so we're starting fresh in the morning. With COVID, our business actually grew. We went from selling 2 cattle a week up to my busiest week was 7 cattle, 3 hinds, and a side of beef. That was 1 week, and I have 1 meat cutter, my awesome husband, who was cutting everything. The health department does inspect us a couple times a year, so we follow all protocol that the West Side Market has. We have to have masks. We make sure that our customers are 6 feet apart. If they're afraid to come in, they're welcome to come curbside we will actually deliver it outside to their cars. They can pay over the phone, or when I see them in the, by their car. They also have in the market a extra cleaning crew that comes and he straightens other things in the market, keeps the door handles and all that. We have hand sanitizer that we use, and if our customers want to use it, they can. We follow all the rules that you have to. Right now the best thing is that those that want to shop just come. Right now isn't really tourist season, okay? So to bring in, because they are counting how many people come in, we're only allowed so many in the building. We want to be aware of that. Don't have your whole family come through. Maybe a few of you, maybe the following week, bring the other kid that wasn't able to come the previous week. You want to do something like that because there are different people in the West Side Market, and we want to stay healthy and we want to stay COVID-free.
The stand has been open since 1983. I came to work in 1998, and I've been here ever since. I purchased the stand from the previous owner in 2013. We focus more on a lot of bacon, smoked meats for the consumer, people that don't, really have a lot of options of different smoked meats and stuff like that. I have a variety of things for the tourists that come down, the people that just want to look at us. And we have a small line of lunch meat, deli meats, hot dogs. I also have a fresh pork stand on the other side that sells anything pork you can imagine. Most of my fresh meats and smoked meats comes right out of Sandusky, Ohio. My smokies here are made in the Amish country, and I make all of this chocolate-covered bacon, candy bacon, and all of that myself. When COVID hit, I seen a lot of the decline on the tourist foods, the smokies, chocolate-covered bacon, stuff like that. But I've also seen an increase in the pork sales. People are shopping more, I don't know how to say it, but they're shopping more for groceries and not finger foods anymore. Well, we sanitize the stand as often as we possibly can. We're constantly washing our hands. We supply sanitizer for the customers. There's just so many different changes. We wipe these down every 30 minutes to an hour. We try not to have any contact with the customers, which is really hard because I'm a hugger and I love hugging my customers, and I'm not allowed to do that anymore. If someone walks in that I've never waited on before, I always recommend my bacon because I swear I cannot find my bacon anywhere else. And I do push the chocolate bacon and the candy bacons because that's what I make.
Meister Foods has been here for over 40 years, and I've worked for Ed Meister for over half of that, taking over a few years ago from him. And we sell everything from locally made pierogies, Amish eggs, cheeses, both domestic and imported, local honey, maple syrup. Our niche right now is we are trying to carry a lot of local products that people in the Cleveland area are making, and it's been pretty successful. There are things that we have been making here in the counter, from the ham spread, egg salad, and a pasta salad that we make ourselves. Things we get in, like I said, all of my products, apple butter, sloggasm. We have lots of things that people bring in that are locally made. But then we also have imported products. So we get a lot of our cheeses are imported. So we kind of have a real nice wide range of things. When the actual shutdown started, honestly, we didn't know what to think, and we were busier than we had been even before COVID. I think everyone was kind of on a shop local, support local. The only thing people could really do was grocery shop. So we were so busy. Curbside, call-ins, just people coming down in general because that's all they could do. So the numbers were really, really good. Once the shutdown, once things started to open back up, that's when we did kind of see a drop a little bit. A lot of what we supplement with lack of customers, we have restaurant accounts, especially downtown. And so having those restaurants close kind of made the inventory change a little bit. We have social media accounts. We're on Instagram and Facebook. We are constantly posting things that are new and keeping up with the trends. And during the holidays, we make cheese boards and charcuteries and stuff, and we're trying to get that more out there and for people to know about.
If you thought that news was good, here's some more news you can use. The City of Cleveland's Division of Recreation is now accepting registrations for summer organized sports programs at all neighborhood resource and recreation centers. Safety protocols will be followed as in the CDC State of Ohio Reopen Plan. Contact Tim Wells for more information at 216-664-2346 or twells@city.cleveland.oh.us. A handy home repair resource guide was created by the staff of the Cleveland Department of Aging for Cleveland homeowners seeking information about loans, grants, and agencies providing home repair resources. To view this document, visit the City of Cleveland's website at clevelandohio.gov. It's on the home screen under the Cleveland Now tab. If you're in need of the COVID vaccine, the Mass Vaccination Center is still up and running at the CSU Wolstein Center. To schedule for your vaccine, visit gettheshot.coronavirus.ohio.gov. Simply answer a few questions to check your eligibility and then search for the Wolstein Center. You can schedule your shot there or at any number of locations in your area. Check early and check often, as availabilities are added daily. Remember, if you schedule to get your shot at the Wolstein Center, parking at the garage is free. And there is some news you can use. A gray wall on Cleveland's west side is about to get a splash of color, and it's all to benefit those with developmental disabilities. The largest permanent mural dedicated to individuals with developmental disabilities is going up along Puritas Avenue and West 161st Street. Tony Mully, Executive Director of the Upside of Downs, spoke about the meaning behind the mural.
So today we are starting to paint an amazing mural that will send a great message that we're more alike than different. We have chosen today, 3/21, World Down Syndrome Day, to start this project. We're doing it with the support of a number of organizations. We all serve and support individuals with developmental disabilities, and we're here to send a message and share and celebrate. And we look forward to the community embracing what we are doing here today.
Ward 16 Councilman Brian Casey says the mural will add some much needed color to a very bleak wall.
So this was just a major wall. This is one of our major streets, Puritas Avenue. And this is a wall that's just been constantly graffitied upon. And we just got tired of painting over the graffiti, so we've decided to mural the wall.
Councilman Casey is a strong supporter of the Upside of Downs, an advocacy group for those with Down syndrome.
So the organization is here to provide support, education, and advocacy for individuals with Down syndrome, their families, and communities. We serve about 1,000 families in Northeast Ohio, and we have a number of programs, support groups, advocacy programming to provide support to families.
The mural is expected to be completed on October 21st, which is Down Syndrome Day in Cleveland, and will be painted with community help and overseen by artist Garrett Whiter.
We are going to lay down all kinds of color over top, with my direction, of course, and it'll be like an abstract, bring the color, the community will come out, splatter color on there, scrape it on there, and then over top I will be drawing all kinds of flowers and leaves and foliage over top. And it's going to be a very inclusive mural, bringing awareness to everyone with a mental disability.
Now, for more information on the Upside of Downs, visit usod.org. We'll be back with more TV20 News right after this.
When severe weather strikes or when streetlights go out, vehicles blocking intersections can make it difficult for emergency vehicles to pass and can cause traffic gridlock. To create more safe and efficient streets, the City of Cleveland and TV20 are asking you to don't block the box.
And welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. 2 beautiful new homes have gone up in Cleveland's Fairfax neighborhood, creating an investment that is part of the area's Innovation Square neighborhood plan. 1, 2, 3. With the ceremonial cutting of the ribbon, 2 new houses were added to East 100th Street in the Fairfax neighborhood. Ward 6 Councilman Blaine Griffin is excited for what these houses can bring to this street.
This is a beautiful neighborhood, and it's a historical neighborhood. And, you know, in the city of Cleveland, we really want to revitalize neighborhoods. And we want, you know, the best cultural, racial, and social integration that we can have. So to really have new homeowners and have some new energy come in here and combine it with the historical nostalgia of Fairfax is just a great feeling and a great day.
Councilman Griffin wants everyone to know what he has known for years. Fairfax is a great community to live in, and according to him, it's only going to get better.
I definitely think that the neighborhood was selected because it's a great neighborhood and people want to be here. But it doesn't hurt that the largest employer of the state of Ohio is less than a couple hundred yards, a few hundred yards away from where I'm standing. It doesn't hurt that we're actually putting amenities and we're expecting a new grocery store pretty soon. It doesn't hurt that thousands of jobs are being created in the University Circle area, and we need to have the housing demand to meet the job growth that's happening in University Circle. So this is an exciting time for this area.
The construction of the houses and the implementation of the Fairfax Innovation Square neighborhood plan is being overseen by the Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation.
This is very exciting. We've been working on the Innovation Square project for 4 years, so to see these first homes come out of the ground and the fact that they're sold is awesome. So we're looking forward to about 60 more within the Innovation Square footprint. Very exciting to be able to welcome new residents, help repopulate the neighborhood, bring families into the neighborhood.
For more information on the Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation, visit their website at fairfaxrenaissance.org. Have you ever wondered how Cleveland's 911 operators do their job? We pulled the curtain back to show you what it takes to be a police call taker.
911, what's your emergency? He's got a gun? Stay calm, ma'am. Help is on the way.
My name is Jacqueline Mizikar, and I am a call taker for the City of Cleveland. We get 911 calls, so we have to ask if they need police, ambulance, or the fire department. We transfer as such. If it is police, we introduce ourselves as either operator Mizikar or dispatcher Mizikar, and we get the information needed to dispatch police to their location. A call taker actually gets the 911 calls and also the regular police calls on our basic non-emergency line. And we take information such as name, address, phone number, and the situation of why police are needed at their location. We could receive as many as about 300 calls on a 12-hour shift. Some of the stresses that a call taker can face is that call where your caller is panicked and is, you know, maybe over the top screaming. It's hard to hear when somebody is yelling or screaming. It distorts their voice, so it's hard to get the proper, what you need. You know, you need that address, you need their name, you need their phone number. That's our first and foremost. And if somebody is screaming or they're panicking, or, or the whisper, you can get a whisper call. You know, there's been times where you can get a call and somebody wants to order a pizza, and you have to sort of read into that. Like, are you in trouble? Now you switch to the yes and no questions to get where you need to be. I've been doing this for almost 10 years with the city, and I have 4 years previous with another department. I absolutely love my job. I couldn't imagine starting this job. I regret not starting it sooner than I did. And, it's the call that a mother is frantic because her child's missing. And you, as a call taker, you really don't see the end result of the call that comes in, but if you can follow it and say the dispatcher across the room yells, "Hey, we found that 2-year-old," that's rewarding. Helping somebody because they have nowhere else to turn. You know, there's a lot of times where people just call us to talk. And it's rewarding to help somebody.
Rock and roll legend and Cleveland native Michael Stanley passed away on March 4th at the age of 72. Stanley may be gone, but his legacy in Cleveland will forever live on.
Today's a great event. We're honoring one of Cleveland's hometown heroes, Michael Stanley. Today is the 25th of March, and Cleveland City Council passed a resolution declaring March 25th Michael Stanley Day in Cleveland. And I think it's an appropriate tribute to one of our own, somebody that really is just a part of the fabric of Cleveland's history.
Hundreds of fans showed up to celebrate the life of one of Cleveland's hometown heroes.
Dad has always given his heart and soul to the city of Cleveland through so many different avenues, and we could not be prouder of the legacy he has left behind for his family, his friends, and his fans. You have been the most loyal fans in the world. Dad's music was the soundtrack to so many people's lives. We appreciate the local and national media for their incredible tributes to our dad and the local radio stations throughout Northeast Ohio for playing Dad's music, and especially for today's My Town tribute that will be airing at 10:35 in the Heartland.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum now has a Michael Stanley display that features artifacts, video recordings, concert set lists, and more.
But when people travel here from all over the world and they walk in our exhibits, they're going to know this story, and they're going to see his lyrics, they're going to see his guitars, and always part of it. So we're honored to be able to do that, to be entrusted to do that, and we take it really seriously, because these emotions are the most important thing in our life. I think we all realized that in the last year. And we're all listening to music differently and more than ever.
TV20 is streaming live 24/7. Visit TV20cleveland.com to see our live feed and more. Stay connected with TV20 wherever you go by liking and following us on Facebook and Twitter. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page to watch our numerous programs. Thanks for watching. I'm Dan Monroe. Be sure to stay tuned for more on TV20. We are Cleveland.